What is up, everybody? It is your local Ottawa fan, and I don't know puck. I gotta admit, I was one of the fans who was losing hope in November. Okay, I'm wearing this jersey for a reason. This jersey is of my favorite player who is currently on the team, Brady Tkachuk. I was not saying stripped him of the captaincy and trade him. But I was saying make a trade by Christmas. I was saying trade somebody from the core to shake it up. I thought that this is it. First 5 seasons I could forgive. You need to rebuild. It happens. Whatever. I get it. And we were hyping ourselves up. This team's different. We're going to make the playoffs. Fall flat in November. Next season, hyping ourselves up. This team is different. We're making the playoffs. Fall flat in November. This season, this team is different. We're making the playoffs. And we were falling flat in November, and I was ready to say same old story. I was ready to say this when we lost to the Islanders. No, I'm not talking about the second time. I mean our first loss to the Islanders. I was at that game. I honestly thought we played better and found a way to lose. And I thought, this team just isn't ready. And we need to do something to shake things up so that we do get ready. That something was easy. Just wait a little bit. And Linus Ullmark would become Linus Wallmark, because he's been a brick wall in net. I did trust Ullmark. I will say that. I trusted Ullmark. I was not ready to get rid of him. I thought he was doing pretty good. Same with Green. I was not on the fire Green train, and I was not on the get rid of Ullmark train. So I'll take my victory there. And since then, Linus Ullmark has been great. My faith has been restored. The first 7 years, I honestly was just a, trust the process fan. That it'll all work itself out. This season, my faith was shaken. I'm back on track. Now, first off, we still need to make the playoffs. We are far from over. Okay? The season has not ended. It's not halfway done. There's lots of time to make the playoffs. Lots of time to gain ground against a team like Boston. There's also lots of time to not do that and to slip out of the playoff race. But we are in the playoff race midway through December. We are in a playoff spot midway through December, and we are above 500 midway through December. And no, I'm not talking about that fake NHL 500. I mean actual, honest to goodness 500 hockey. More wins than losses. I'm recording this after the 3-0 win against Seattle, their 4th win in a row, and a win that put them above real 500. A team where a point where real teams are supposed to be. Teams that want to make the playoffs, they don't play NHL 500 hockey. They play actual 500 hockey. And a few of those losses, which they have less than half of, are in overtime or shootout, and they got a point anyway. That's where they are right now. In large part thanks to Linus Ullmark really playing well. In large part thanks to all the big boys in the core playing great hockey and scoring big goals. So I was wrong. I was wrong for doubting. I admit it. And it feels good. This is the most hope I've had in my adult life for the Ottawa Senators. That's not a joke. I am 25. The last time the Sens were in the playoffs, I was a minor. Think about that. 25. That ain't young. Okay, it's young, but I've been an adult for a hot minute now. I'm not exactly new to this adulting thing, but you know what I am new to? Being an adult Sens fan who cheers for a team that is, I don't know, in a playoff race. That's new to me as an adult. But here we are. Here we are. I'm not going to pop the champagne quite yet. Have we made the playoffs? No. No. But every team below us has played the same amount of games or less. And if they played more games than, or the same amount of games as us or more, and if they've played less, they don't have enough games in hand to catch up with us. We are an actual wild card too. If the playoffs were to start today, we would be in. We would be in. Not something you could typically say midway through December. So I wanted to make this video. I've been dying to make this video, but I was unsure of what I could make of the Sens. For the first half of the season, the first half of this first half, so the first quarter-ish of the season, I was unsure. Sometimes they looked good, sometimes they looked bad. They had a lot of games where they were the better team but lost, but maybe they could clean that up in the next part of the season. Unsure. November, I was starting to get sure. I was starting to see the same story play out again. And then we bounced back. Allmark became the goalie that we knew he was capable of being. And I feel like I have to make this video to say, yeah, we're doing good. And we can cool our jets and just be happy that we got this far. And also, to give you a little tidbit. For anyone that watches my CFL videos, you would know I'm an Ottawa Red Blacks fan. We've not been good. For years and years, the Red Blacks missed the playoffs, typically in embarrassing fashion. And this season, they made it. They had playoff football. They lost. But when they made it, just when they made it, it made the whole season worth it. So far, as a Sens fan, this season has been worth it. And for 7 straight years, it really hasn't been. A lot of losing, not much to cheer for. But right now, it's worth it. I want you to know. If you're unsure if it'll be worth it, it will be. So yeah, go Sens go, and thank you Linus Allmark. Don't trade anyone from the core. I'm sorry for ever being a doubter. Have a great rest of the season. But things are looking up right now. And as always, go Ottawa.